Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This is the third video in the series that I'm running. I'm running a little bit behind with posting these, but we've got a bit of a gift with this video because we can learn a lot from it. There's some very strong messages coming through with this sample, and as I'll talk you through in a minute when I kick the video in. But before I sort of kick the video in, what I'd like to just mention is, if you look on the right-hand side, I'm just talking about the biohacking course that I'm running, which kicks off in about 2 weeks' time. But it's a webinar course. But it doesn't matter because everything's going to be recorded, and there's going to be, you can jump into a live session, you can watch a recording, you can do, you can take it at your own pace. There are different levels of people attending the training, from people that are very green to professionals who will be watching the more advanced sessions over the next 3 months or so. So I urge you to, if you are really interested in this work, and I urge you to be interested, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what modality you are following right now. You need to be able to measure and understand whether what you are doing is working for you and pushing in the right direction. And if it's not, you need to know that too. And the only real way to do that is to be able to measure some key biomarkers, which are easy to do, and start tracking them. And to do that, and this is the sort of stuff that I teach. I will be teaching through this course, and depending on how far you want to take it, you can sit through some of the more advanced stuff and take it a little bit further and start practicing some of this stuff on your family and friends, and maybe even take it further into a professional stage. It's up to you. But have a look at, if you haven't already joined my Facebook group, please jump on board, have a look, scroll through some of the information, and jump on the link that I'll have there for this course, and have a look through. Please jump on board. And the other thing too, I'd like to mention, if you're thinking about doing the testing, look, to be honest, as I move forward, over the next 6 months, 12 months, well, as I move forward into the future, I'm going to be doing less and less testing, and really sort of directing people to this training. It's not a lot more as far as cost is concerned, but I strongly believe that you need to be able to understand the basics. Once you've got that, you have so much more control. Okay. All right, what have we got in this video here? And this is something that this is one of the subjects that I'm going to be really focusing on with my training, and it's all about zeta potential. Or it's all about when we say zeta potential, what I'm talking about is, well, let's think about the blood. The blood has very sensitive, finite electromagnetic properties, and very slight changes in pH will affect this. Eating junk food will affect it because of the positive ions. So there's a very fine balance of cations, which are positively charged ions, and anions, which is negatively charged ions. And when that changes, we tend to get a change in the whole solution, and we start to get agglutination happening. As you would have seen from the very first video, the blood cells were quite separate, and they are here too, because the blood cells aren't going to change so much. They're sort of stuck on here. They're not going to agglutinate very easily regardless. But you'll notice that there weren't really any clumps of rubbish or toxins or minerals like this big blob we've got here, because they were held in solution. They were held in solution by good zeta potential because the pH was quite okay. But in time, over the last, I don't know, 24 hours that I took this, a lot of the CO2 had time to outgas the sample. And when this happens, the sample gets more and more alkaline. And what we're seeing here And I'm going to be doing a little demonstration video a little bit later to prove this point too. Here is once the solution gets too alkaline, or it gets too acid, but if it gets too alkaline, we get the same effect as if we were too acid. And we suddenly get particles sticking together, and this is what we're seeing on this video. We've got particles of there's undigested minerals, there's toxins, there's all sorts of things that were held in solution, ionized if you like, that in time, just from the outgassing from the sample, it suddenly changed the electromagnetic properties of the blood, and all of a sudden, they've stuck together. These particles are stuck together. In the bloodstream, when this happens, the blood will also start to agglutinate. And the fantastic thing is this sort of issue is so easy. It's so easy to address. I've helped people with cardiovascular stress in my office relieve their stress within less than 60 seconds by applying the appropriate, I'm not sure what's happened here. Sorry about that. I've gone too far, so I'm gonna keep running this. So I didn't realize it was going to finish on me. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's run the video. So what have we got here? This is the dry blood. This is the red blood cells that are on the outer. Okay, they're starting to break down. The lipid membranes are breaking down, and they're starting to die. That's okay. pH is changing. Oxygen is getting into the system and starting to oxidize the cell membranes, and this is where the cell membranes are breaking down. But this is very interesting. This is this is where we start getting this agglutination, loss of zeta potential, loss of dispersion. We've got agglutination as opposed to dispersion, and this is what happens. It happens like magic, but it happens in our body too if we're not careful. Okay, so what I was talking about before as far as how easy it is to fix, well, this is something I'll be teaching in my course. And for cardiovascular renal clients or people out there, you can get some major relief very, very quickly just by changing the chemistry. And this is the sort of stuff I teach. Okay, thanks very much. Sorry for the little glitch in the middle, but I'm not going to do the whole thing again. I'll get another video out to you very, very shortly. Bye-bye. Thank you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.